okay, Brent, this all sounds great. You get this question all the time, and I get this question all the time. They go, John, this sounds, this sounds too good to be true. And oh man, if it's too good to be true, I smell a rat somewhere. I'm like, where's the catch in all this? Like, where is the catch? How many times have you gotten that question?
Oh, it happens almost. Yeah, I mean, it happens almost every day. So here's what people see whenever they see the full presentation, just like whether they go and watch it, the recorded version, they see it on a Zoom, they see it live or whatnot. When I go through the whole entire presentation, here's what people either say. They're like, wow, that is powerful. I got to get started right away. I didn't know it. I knew there was something like that existed, but I've never heard about it. Now I see it. I got to get on this and get going. The other end of the spectrum is, yeah, man, that guy's a snake oil salesman. It's too good to be true. There's no way that it could possibly work that way. Well, that was me back in 2006. Remember, I told you a little bit about that when we started the call today? I heard about it, thought it was too good to be true, didn't believe it. 8 or 10 of my colleagues, they started the same time they heard, or at the same time I heard about it. I met up with them a couple years later. They were doing it. I wasn't. Came home and told my wife, I said, we got to do it. There's no way all these guys could be lying. Maybe a couple of them, even then I was hesitant. I was skeptical, even after knowing people, colleagues that are actually doing it and implementing it in their life. So I would tell you, I would say, look, go watch the presentation. Go out there and do any kind of research that you want, but don't become just the way I would call it, paralysis by analysis. Some people want to analyze something so much that they never ever get started. You're always kicking the can down the street. Go look and see what the wealthy are doing. Go do read the Tony Robbins book I mentioned. Read the Robert Kiyosaki book. Read the Nelson Nash books, the 3 of them: Becoming Your Own Banker, The Case for IBC, The Warehouse, for Wealth. Even if you wanted to start today, even if you said, hey, I want to start today, you can't even start yet because we got to get you approved for the policy. It's going to be 4 to 6 weeks before you could even start. So you got plenty of time to do your research. Now, once you get approved for the policy, guess what has to happen next? Now the policy's got to be delivered to you. You got to review it, go through it, make sure it says everything we're telling you it's going to say, get all your questions answered. If the contract doesn't say what we're telling you it's going to say, then don't start it. You should run fast, right? So now let's just say you went through all of that, you research it, you looked at the contract. Now you put the policy in force. Now you put it in force. Now remember, when you put the policy in force, within 72 hours, our mapping team is going to contact you and they're going to create you your own money multiplier map, your own cash flow analysis. And if you guys don't know what that is, you'll know when you watch that full recorded presentation on our website, themoneymultiplier.com. Just go to resources, click on presentation. It's an hour and a half long. So not only do we create that for you, then let's say then after that, you're like, wow, this still doesn't work the way that I thought. I don't like it because of this, this, or that. Now that won't happen. It's only happened one time in the history. Over 3,700 clients, I've only seen it happen one time ever. But so again, all right, so that won't happen. But let's say it does. You still have 2 weeks, sometimes even a month. I'm just going to say 2 weeks. You still have 2 weeks to go through all of that. You've paid for the policy, you put the policy in force, and you're like, nah, I just don't think this is for me. So you still got 2 weeks to totally rescind, stop, cancel, quit your policy, and get every single dollar back that you paid into premium. So if that doesn't get you going and you still have questions after that, then this probably just isn't for you. You should go do something else. And if it is for you, I'm not the guy that you want to do it with because you're way too high maintenance for me and it just isn't going to work. I don't want to go reach way up on the tree for the highest apple up there. I want the apples that are low. I don't want to put in that kind of effort if you're that skeptical and hesitant. But let me close with this on that question. Here's what I tell you to do. Remember earlier I said the more premium you do, the happier I am because I get paid a commission on the premium. Somebody's going to get paid a commission when you put in premium, no matter who it's going to do it. It could be your brother-in-law that sells life insurance, or or it could be me. Now, the reason you want to work with me and not your brother-in-law, because your brother-in-law doesn't understand the concept. And if he did understand it, because we all have a brother-in-law that sells life insurance, right? And if he did understand it, he would have already told you about it by now. But again, okay, here's what I tell you to do. When you start at a low number. Start at a number that you're comfortable with, because I don't want you to go to sleep at night tossing and turning and thinking, oh my gosh, I'm putting way too much premium into this policy. No, don't do that. Start at a low number that you're comfortable with. And then when you're doing it and you see how efficient and effective it works, you'll come back and do more. Remember, I said 91% of our clients that have been with us a year or longer have more than one policy. But the key is you got to get started, because every day is better than the day before. So time is what makes the policy better. But don't go, all right, again, I'll give you an example. Let's say if you want to learn how to swim. Are you going to go out the first day and jump into the Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific Ocean or the Gulf of Mexico if you're just learning how to swim? No, man, you wouldn't do that. You're going to go get in the baby pool. You're going to put on the little floaties or the waders on your arm, and you're just going to get your feet wet first if you want to learn how to swim. You're not going to dive into the ocean. Same thing with this. Start at a number that you're comfortable with, and when you're doing it, and as you see how effective it works, how efficient our team works with you, the tools that we provide you, you will be blowing up the phone to do more.